Hello, today the Philippines will be making an empire. So, let's see this. Firstly, the Philippines will attack Taiwan. So, the fight will be naval, but after just a few weeks, the Philippines will make a landing and quickly capture the whole island. After the invasion, they will completely annex Taiwan. Next, the Philippines will be going against Myanmar and Brunei, I guess, and they will make a landing in the northern part of Malaysia, and they will try to push into it. But after a few days, they'll be getting pushed back. But then, after they made some more preparations, they pushed back into Malaysia, capturing all of this part, and just after a few days they will even land on this side and very quickly capture the whole country. So let's see the peace treaty. After they annex both countries, they will also annex Singapore and claim this island. And now they will make an invasion into Cambodia. They're gonna send their forces there, but quickly this evolved to a regional war with all of Southeast Asia getting involved, trying to push out the Philippines, but quickly the Philippines were able to push back, capturing all of the panhandle up to the capital, and also pushing back in this landing, with another one taking place in southern Vietnam. After a bit of fighting, the Philippine forces will be able to capture the capital of Thailand, while also completely capitulating Cambodia and trying to make the landing in southern Vietnam more impactful by encircling this area, but not being able to take it out. So after a bit more advancing into Thailand, the Philippine forces will have to stop to get resupplied. In these months, the North will gather up to make an offensive, and after a bit of preparation, the offensive will be launched right here, pushing the Philippine army way back here and trying to completely push them out, but they will not be able with the Philippine army pushing back. But what they will be able of doing is basically liberating most of Cambodia. But at that cost, they will lose most of Thailand and even some important cities of Laos. After some more weeks, the Philippines will push back here and slowly take more and more, with their primary focus being on capturing this area of the south. And after this was achieved, they started pushing towards the north with a big amount of success. And after a few months of the war not advancing, they decided to make a peace treaty with these countries. Let's see it. Okay, so this is a peace treaty, and the Philippines annexed massive amounts of the countries, with only Vietnam and Laos remaining. Their next target will be Myanmar, but they will actually send an ultimatum demanding this land right here, which Myanmar will surprisingly accept. So after capturing this land, the Philippines will actually stop for a bit and start to assimilate the populations that they got from these wars. But after this time of assimilation, they will launch a big war against Indonesia. And so the primary focus of the Philippines was to capture this and these islands with as little casualties as possible, with some advances happening particularly on the big island, while also cutting the other one in half, and after a bit of fighting capturing the whole of the northern region. After a few more weeks they will be able to move a bit more south, capturing more and more cities, while Indonesia became more and more weak. But after they were able to nearly capture the whole of this island and even encircle so many troops right here that the military of Indonesia was actually significantly getting smaller and smaller every week, that they were nearly able to get into Jakarta. But before they were able to do that, the Indonesian government sent them a peace treaty, but they did not accept because they wanted all of these islands, and they started plans to invade Jakarta. But those plans never came true because all of this area of Indonesia surrendered, and then they accepted peace treaty to annex both lands with a bit of territory right here remaining with Indonesia. So let's see this. So this is a peace treaty. The Philippines did annex both of these lands, and also Indonesia was said to never invade again the Philippines. So now the Philippines assimilated those regions because they have massive populations, and after a big amount of assimilation, they actually made a secret treaty with both Vietnam and Laos to join them in a fight against China. But in reality that will not happen for another 5 years. But after the Philippines got stronger and stronger, they finally declared war at China, with them quickly not just passing through Vietnam and Laos to start an offensive together with them, but also capturing this island on this peninsula and making a landing at Macau and the surrounding regions. China did not expect something like this to happen and quickly sent their forces, but before their forces finally came down, already massive amounts of lands were accumulated by the Philippines and their allies, while they continue to make steady gains in the most wealthy provinces of China. China, realizing that this might be their downfall if more parties join, like maybe South Korea and Japan, they quickly draft up a peace treaty, send it to the Philippines, and it got accepted. So let's see it. Okay, so this was a peace treaty, and yeah, that was the Empire of the Philippines. So have a great day and goodbye.